Hey y'all, it's Cherie with Cherie by Sea, and today I'm going to show you two great options for your port day in Aruba. We'll spend the first half of the day at the beautiful Eagle Beach, and then we'll party the night away on what may possibly be my favorite cruise excursion ever on the Kukoo, Kunuku, Sips, and Soiree. So it's day 3 of my 7-day cruise on Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady, and we are docked in the beautiful port of Aruba. But it's a little gray and a little gloomy, and I have a bit of a dilemma to contend with this morning. So it's Aruba day, and the dilemma is I have an excursion for tonight. Well, it's like, I think it's 4:30 or 5:30. I think it's 5:30. The party bus thing and dinner at the beach. The pool is empty right now. It's sprinkling. I don't think it's gonna rain. I mean, it's really cloudy, so I don't know. I've got my swimsuit on. I was debating like getting off the ship and just taking a taxi to like Eagle Beach. But this pool is empty. Been to Aruba before. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna take a couple minutes and sit here and figure it out. I mean, I basically would have the whole place to myself, so decisions. It's just a day in the life on a cruise ship. Should I hang at the pool all day or go to the beach? You know, life is hard. Okay, even though the empty pool was pretty tempting, I think I've decided to get off the boat. So I'm gonna head off the boat and take a taxi to a beach, even though it's a bit cloudy. We'll just see what happens. I don't wanna miss up the opportunity to have a beach day, because I honestly don't think I'm gonna have a beach day for the rest of this trip, possibly, because I have excursions and things planned. So I don't know if I'll even have time to do a beach on another day. So I'm gonna go on out and spend a couple of hours at Eagle Beach. Let's go. Once I stepped off the ship in the Aruba port, I was able to walk directly to the taxi stand, which was located right in front of the ship. It was $15 to get a ride to Eagle Beach, and there was a sign posted that told you how much it would cost to get to each destination. As soon as the taxi driver dropped me off, I knew that I had made the right decision. The breeze was blowing, the clouds were thinning out a bit, and I could see patches of blue in the sky, and the beach was gorgeous. There was a stand where you could rent chairs and umbrella, and I spotted the line as I scanned the beach. But once I got over there, the guy informed me that they were sold out for the day. So at that point, I was very thankful for the clouds. I walked up to the front, found a beautiful spot, and spread out the blanket that I accidentally brought from the cruise ship, thinking it was a towel. But actually, it made the perfect spot for my lounging on the beach today. And after a couple of hours of lounging and swimming in the ocean, I found my way to the bar. And I'm pretty sure this was a banana colada, because when I'm on a beach, anything that ends in colada sounds good to me. Getting back to the port was pretty straightforward. You just walk back to the same spot that the taxi drops you off in, and you just grab an available ride. Okay, so I'm back from the beach. I went to Eagle Beach. It was a great decision. Just a couple of facts. The taxi ride was $15 from the port to Eagle Beach. The prices are listed on a sign right outside the ship. at the taxi line, so that was nice. There's like no port that you have to walk. You don't have to walk into anywhere through any shops to catch a taxi. You just get off the ship and there's a taxi line right there. But coming back from Eagle Beach, there's kind of an area in the parking lot where you can wait. And I talked to a family and they were waiting on a shuttle that comes every hour on the hour that's only $5 to ride back to the port. I didn't want to wait because that was like another half hour, and you know, I have another excursion this afternoon. So I did catch a taxi, but he only charged me $5. I was solo and he let me sit in the front seat and only charged me $5. So, you know, just ask before you get in a ride to come back to the port. You can get it as cheap as $5, just FYI. And another little thing, before I left, I brought some Downy wrinkle release spray, but it just wasn't. I brought a little bottle and a lot of my clothes were super wrinkled. There's no laundry room or ironing room on Virgin Voyages cruise ships. However, you can request that they bring a steamer to your room, and I got back to my room and they had delivered my steamer. Here it is. So yay. And so that's just a good tip to know. On your Virgin cruise, you don't have to worry about wrinkles. I didn't even have to bring the wrinkle release spray if I didn't want to. I could just get a steamer and take care of everything on that first day or the second. Because honestly, that first day, I didn't have time to do anything, you know, because I got on so late and then freshened up and did the solo meetup and sail away party, and dinner was right after that. So it was just like bam, 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 bam. I had planned to do an unpack with me video, but honestly, this morning is when I unpacked, and this is day 3. So I was kind of living out of my suitcase, but I will show you this, the suitcase. I have like a jumbo suitcase, and normally on a cruise ship, it'll still fit under the bed, but it doesn't, but it fits quite nicely in this closet here. So that's nice. And you can see under the bed, it just doesn't quite fit. I think like a normal sized suitcase would fit under there. Mine's just like extra large, and it just doesn't quite fit under the bed. This here is like if you had 2 people, instead of separating them into twin beds, I think they kind of use this for another mattress. So you have a mattress going this way and then a mattress going this way. It's like a platform that goes this way. So anyways, just another little fun fact. I decided to have a late but light lunch before heading out for my 5:30 excursion, and I heard that the dock house located on deck 7 had a daily OPA hour where they served light Mediterranean snacks and drinks. So I headed up there to try that out. This was a spot I wish I had spent more time in, as there were lots of beautiful places to lounge around and enjoy the day, and it never seemed to be very crowded. And then, since I only had a light lunch, I decided to stop by the grounds club for a little dessert. Hi, can I try the chocolate one? That's it. Ready to check in for our excursion. It's called Kukoo, Kunuku, Sips, and Soiree. So this should be fun. Let's go see. The Kukoo Kunuku excursion was basically an open-air party bus that would take us first to the beach for a champagne toast, and then to a dinner, and then to several bars for sort of a island bar hop. Oh, you're wearing your green! I forgot it was St. Patrick's Day.
I did not forget.
I see that. Once my new solo bestie showed up, I knew we were gonna be in for another really good time.
I gave you a pink ticket, right?
Yes.
That ticket, you are gonna use it only at the local bar. That ticket is including local beer. You can get any kind of spirit, local spirit, vodka, rum, tequila, gin, whiskey. Got it?
Got it.
White and red wine. And the special of the house. Each bar has a different special of the house. So you can ask the bartender. They will take the ticket from you and they will give it back to your host who is waiting outside. The host will give it back to you. So don't play it. No. Rule number 1, you see those things on the side of the windows? They call maracas. That's your toy for today.
That's your what?
Toy for today.
Yes, I didn't know.
You want it more louder, just bring it close to your ear.
His real name is Xerxes, but tonight you can call him Sexy.
And now we were headed for our first stop, which was a sunset champagne toast on the beach. As you can see, it was a bit windy, but it was also a lot of fun. He just skipped me.
Wait.
What happened? Okay. Yes, it was. Thank you.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to compare, sir. I know she's younger.
I know your eyes
she's
are
younger and
big.
hotter than me.
I know your eyes are big.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Your eyes are
Wow. Yeah, I got big eyes. Thanks.
big too. Alright guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, welcome to Aruba. So, this is gonna be for a night you're not gonna remember. Or maybe you're gonna remember, but you're gonna wake up with a huge habit tomorrow.
All right, y'all want to drink it all together?
The launch is just first. The launch is.
Alright guys, we have about
Go in and out.
Old people trying to do a boomerang.
Let's see. Let me do it one more time. Come on, go in and out.
Wait.
Launch in.
No, we'll do it again.
I think this will be a funny. Oh wait.
Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3. Out.
Oh wait. Oh my God! I was trying to take it, but it was doing this, and I was like, wait, guys. Okay.
Can we drink it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can get the sunset. See you then.
All right, drink up, guys. I think everybody thought we were taking a photo. Again, old people problems. And now we were on our way to the restaurant for dinner, and there was lots of singing and dancing and maraca shaking along the way. And once we arrived at this cute little outdoor open-air concept restaurant, the drinks continued. And as we were approaching our table, I heard a lot of people start to freak out, and then we proceeded to see the biggest centipede I have ever seen in my entire life. Along with a couple of smashed cigarette butts in the eating area. Now, this restaurant was not the fanciest, but that's not what this tour was all about. This tour was about the party bus and the drinking mainly. And I would say on those two fronts, it definitely delivered because the food left a little to be desired. We had like a tablespoon of coleslaw, some grilled chicken on a skewer, some rice, and the fries were surprisingly good. There was supposed to be some cool big rock we could go look at and even climb if we wanted to, so we decided to go explore a little bit after dinner. Oh wow, that doesn't look scary at all.
I'll be safe. I was gonna step on
it. It looks a little sketch. This whole place looked a little sketch if I'm being honest. I mean, it was fun enough and everything, but not the safest for a bunch of slightly inebriated people to be walking around after dark. And the bus driver even told us we were allowed to climb on the top of this big rock for a good view. I wouldn't advise that. You can see our ship way off in the distance.
The center of
There she is. That's so cool. Here's one last shot of said giant rock before we get back on the party bus and head to our first bar. There were 3 different bar stops on this tour, and each one just got a little more crazy. But that is what we came for, and Kunuku certainly delivered. I loved that one of the bars had these carnival props and costumes and places for us to take pictures. It made the experience so much more festive.
She says she can do it. She says she can do it. Oh yes, that's the way you do it.
And now, for reasons that I'm sure you can guess, I was unable to close out day 3 on camera. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And until next time, as always, happy cruising.
Somebody help me!